in the world is this money coupling? Such a strange word, kind of, to put it together. But it's serious. When it comes to your money, this is something you need to understand. This is an emotional, a psychological thing that happens. And what it relates to is when you spend money on a credit card, using a credit card, versus spending cash. And what it is the vividness of what you feel when you use your credit card, swipe it for a payment, how vivid the reality of that strikes you versus the vividness of it when the bill comes. I don't know if you're like me or not, but every once in a while I get that credit card bill and I look at it and I'm like, how did I spend that much? And then also sometimes I'll look and I'll be like, I don't even know what that is. What did I buy? And I have to do a little bit of research or look back at my receipt. But there's a huge typical disconnect when you spend money on a credit card versus cash. And it's about having integrity with yourself. I say I'm going to do this, but in fact I did this. For instance, let's say you're going to go on a walking setup where you're going to walk 5 days a week. You've set up a walking buddy. You've said we're going to do it 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Be there and we're going to walk. First day show up, first couple days, and then Thursday you're like, it's a little cold out. I don't really feel like walking today. I'm going to call off. Then you show up Friday. And then the next week comes around and you're just kind of down in the dumps and you just don't feel like being around anybody. And so you don't walk. Now, you told yourself and you told your friend that you were committed to this new behavior and that you were going to walk 5 days a week, 7 a.m. By not holding to what you said you wanted to do, not only have you disappointed your friend, but you've disappointed yourself. You've lost integrity with yourself. And you end up telling yourself, I don't live up to my word. I'm not trustworthy. And that's not a good message to be giving yourself. Repeating that kind of message via your behaviors is debilitating. So when you say you're going to do something, needless to say, we've been taught, then you need to follow through and do that. And that's where money coupling comes in with credit cards. The credit card companies know and understand this concept, that you spend more when you use your credit card to make payments for something instead of using cash. Now, I love having credit cards. They're a reality of our lives. I believe in a very short amount of time, we're going to become a cashless society. We're only going to be dealing with credit and debit cards and such. So I want you to start now and get ready. Get ready so that every time you are pulling out the credit card, you're conscious of what you're going to spend versus what you do spend. Now, if you don't believe me that you do this, then I'm going to give you a couple exercises to do. Start using cash. Not for everything, but let's say for some discretionary things. Let's say you need a new dress to go to a wedding. And you're like, okay, I'm going to get a new dress and I should be able to get a dress I really want for $100. Go cash out $100 from your checking account, put it in your pocket, leave your credit card at home, and go dress shopping. You're going to feel very different about that purchase. You only have $100. If you're in a state that charges tax for clothing, you're going to make sure you have enough money. Not taking any more money. You're taking your $100. That's it. Or let's say you're going out to dinner and you and your partner or you and some friends are going to go out, and you've decided in today's day and age for me to get a meal and to get a beverage, I'm not going to spend more than $40. When you sit down with the menu, you're going to look at it and you're going to read it differently. You're going to see what it's going to take for the meal, what it's going to take for your beverage of choice. You're going to add tax to that in your head, and you're going to add a tip in the end and see if you can come up to $40. It feels very different. And this is not about, I always say, I don't want you living in deprivation. If you need in your area $100 to go out to dinner, then put $100 in your wallet. It's not about the dollar amount. It's about sticking to the dollar amount. Another great exercise in this is to cash out your grocery budget for the month. Split it, if you shop weekly, split it into 4 separate envelopes. Don't take your credit card, and only take that one envelope for the first week. And only spend on groceries what you have in that one envelope. Feel the difference. Understand the difference. When you're using your credit card, it's like free reign. It's like, whatever. I'm going to get this. Yeah, I want those. That looks good. Well, since I'm buying a dress, I might as well buy a new pair of shoes. We all do it. I'm as guilty as anyone. But doing these cash envelopes, once again, is not about living in deprivation. It's about living in integrity with your budget and with your plan. You put an amount in at the beginning of the month and you say, this is what I'm going to spend on these categories. And it's ending up that you're only spending that much on these categories. And what that does for you is it gives you integrity. You have absolute integrity with what you say you're going to do versus what you end up doing. This is good for your soul. This is good for your psychology. This is good for friendships. If you're promising that you're going to do something and that you follow through with it. So I would love to see you do this. Pick a category, put the cash in the envelope, go out, get what you want to get, and then come back and see how it went. And do this for 90 days. Don't just do it one time. It's not going to be as effective. Do it for 90 days in that particular category. And comment below. I want to know, what were the feelings? Every time I do this, I'm a little bit on edge. And what's odd about that is I shouldn't feel on edge when I'm spending my hard-earned money. I should feel okay about it. But we have been put into a state of numbness by having a constant, it's okay to overspend. I've got a credit card. If I run over $20, if I run over $50, it's okay. But it's only okay until you get to the end of the month and it's time to pay the bill. And that's where the reality hits you. And that spread of spending versus reality is what we call money coupling. It's the effect it has. Statistics also show that if you're out to dinner and you have your credit card, you tip more. Did you ever notice that when you are tipping in cash and there's some change left over, let's say 76 cents, that you'll pull a dollar bill and leave the 76 cents? But when you have your credit card, you just round up to an even number? They've studied this. It's real. And I want everyone to get ready. I want everyone to be very, very conscious, whether you're spending cash or whether you're spending with a credit card. Not in deprivation, but conscious of what you are spending, what you said you were going to spend, and having integrity to stick with it. This will help you in every area of your life because, as you know, as I say, money touches every area of our lives. We don't get to live life without dealing with it. It touches everything. Your mortgage payment, your car payment, your clothing style, date night, baby diapers, tennis shoes, technology. There's just nothing that money doesn't touch anymore. So we've got to get a handle on it so that you're living within your ability to pay, which is then living within integrity. I hope this was helpful. Please comment below. Let me know what this felt like. Let me know if you agree, disagree, or if you have another way of doing this, another way of not overspending using your credit cards. Would love, love, love to hear any of your thoughts. Thanks so much. Have a great day and get yourself in integrity and get out of that gray, fuzzy area of money coupling. Thanks. Bye-bye.